Today, when we imagine a European bride, we almost always picture the same image: a flowing white gown, a long veil, elegant lace, perhaps a sparkling tiara. But for most of history, none of this existed. For over 2,000 years, a bride's wedding dress wasn't defined by romance. It was defined by status. The same wedding could look completely different, depending on whether the bride was a peasant, a merchant, a noblewoman, or a princess. So today, let's travel through 2,500 years and discover how European brides truly dressed through time. In ancient Greece, there wasn't really such a thing as a dedicated wedding dress. Most women simply wore their finest peplos. A peasant bride married in plain linen, practical, light, and almost without decoration. A merchant's daughter might add colourful borders, a bronze brooch, or delicate jewellery. Among noble families, the fabrics became softer, the dyes richer, and gold ornaments appeared. Royal brides, however, transformed the ceremony into political theatre. Fine imported textiles, gold wreaths, and luxurious embroidery announced not love, but power. Even then, your wedding dress revealed exactly where you stood in society. Ancient Rome became even more symbolic. The famous orange bridal veil, called the flammeum, represented fertility and protection. Yet once again, wealth changed everything. Common women reused their best household garments. Elite brides wore expensive silk, pearls, and carefully styled hair with ceremonial ribbons. The emperor's family displayed luxury beyond imagination. Marriage wasn't only about two people. It was about dynasties. Then came Christianity, and with it, Europe's idea of marriage changed forever. In the Byzantine Empire, royal weddings reached extraordinary levels of magnificence. Silks arrived from the east. Gold thread covered entire gowns. Pearls decorated sleeves, collars, and even veils. Imperial purple became the ultimate symbol of authority. But outside the palace, most women still married wearing simple linen or wool. The contrast between royalty and ordinary life had never been greater. After the fall of Rome, Europe entered centuries of uncertainty, wars, poverty, cold climates. Bridal fashion became remarkably practical. Peasant brides wore thick wool dresses, often in natural brown, grey, or muted blue. Merchant families could finally afford dyed fabrics, better tailoring, and small pieces of silver jewellery. Noble women still displayed embroidered gowns, though Christian modesty encouraged covered hair, long sleeves, and restrained beauty. Even queens appeared more humble than their Byzantine predecessors. Faith now mattered as much as wealth. As medieval Europe grew richer, bridal fashion flourished once again. Trade routes reopened. Luxury fabrics poured into Europe: velvet, silk, fine wool, gold thread. Every social class changed, but not equally. Peasant brides now wore cleaner, better-made garments, yet practicality still came first. Merchant families embraced colourful fabrics, fur trimming, and increasingly fashionable silhouettes. The middle class had begun to imitate the nobility. For noble brides, weddings became spectacular displays of family prestige. Long flowing sleeves, rich embroidery, precious gemstones, every detail announced noble blood. Royal weddings reached an entirely different scale. Entire kingdoms watched. Every dress became political propaganda. Then came the Renaissance. Art transformed fashion. Human beauty became something to celebrate. Italian silks, Spanish velvet, French embroidery. Royal brides wore garments worth fortunes. Meanwhile, merchant families competed to imitate aristocratic style, so much so that governments created laws controlling who could wear silk, gold, or certain colours. These were called sumptuary laws. Fashion had become so powerful that it required legislation. The Baroque and Rococo eras pushed luxury to astonishing extremes. Royal brides wore enormous gowns, intricate lace, and towering hairstyles. Jewellery covered almost every visible surface. Noblewomen followed closely behind. Merchant families copied whatever they could afford. Peasant weddings, however, remained surprisingly simple. For most women, a wedding dress still wasn't made for one day. It would later become church clothing, formal attire, or even be altered for everyday use. Nothing was wasted. By the early 19th century, fashion became lighter. The empire silhouette, inspired by ancient Greece, spread across Europe. White dresses appeared more often, but they were far from universal. Blue, silver, pink, gold, and floral fabrics remained common choices. The idea that brides had always worn white is simply a myth. Everything changed in 1840. Queen Victoria married Prince Albert, wearing white satin. She didn't invent the white wedding dress, but she made it fashionable. Her wedding portraits spread across newspapers, engravings, and magazines throughout Europe. For the growing middle class, white became something new, a symbol not only of elegance, but of prosperity. Keeping a white dress clean meant you could afford to wear something only once. Industrialization transformed everything. Factories produced lace faster. Sewing machines reduced costs. Department stores made fashionable clothing accessible. For the first time, ordinary families could imitate elite fashion. The differences between social classes slowly began to disappear. The 20th century brought constant change. The relaxed silhouettes of the 1920s, Hollywood glamour, the dramatic elegance of the 1950s, minimalism, bohemian weddings, designer couture. Today, a bride may wear white, ivory, red, black, or almost anything she chooses. The dress is no longer dictated by birth, wealth, or law. It reflects personality. After 2,500 years, one truth remains. A wedding dress has never been just a dress. It has reflected religion, politics, trade, technology, art, and above all, the place a woman held in society, from humble linen to royal silk, from family duty to personal expression. The story of European bridal fashion is really the story of Europe itself.